Okay, so I am dedicating this video to British Legion. You're pumping out some Flames of War videos here, so I thought I'd just go ahead and showcase my army. I have had, well, you know me, British Legion there. I've had the Canadian armies, Russian army, American army, and that open fire that you're working on right now, which I've sold off. It kind of kills me, but it's good to know that someone else is enjoying them, and there's only so much. And with this hobby, it just became like an obsession, as you will find out while you continue to watch the video here. It's just, it gets ridiculous because you want more and more and more and more, and I'm kind of finding maybe that's just me because I'm a completist, whether it be you know, Flames of War models, or you know, the 1/35th scale, or you know, Star Wars action figures, or the superpower action figures. I think it all stemmed from the superpower action figures when I was a kid. So anyways, waffling on there for you, itinerant, but let's open up this the bag here. Very sturdy bag's been with me from the get-go. You can tell I haven't played in a while because here's the version 3 book. And I had a buddy at the club, he had the great idea, because with the binding on these books, it's not the greatest. You know, when you start opening them up, pages will fall out, so you use these tie wraps there. So that's that, and then I got, and I was just obsessed trying to find the tin for the Fallschirmjäger army that I have here, and I emailed Flames of War, the Battlefront guys, to say, hey, look, man, I can't find these tins anywhere, like going on eBay, just you know, online stores, you can find them anywhere. So they actually emailed me one. They had one, but on the back you can see it's one of those special edition dice tins, which is pretty cool. And then over here I have another one that's I found. So let's go. This will probably be a long video. So here's another one, and I kept buying, when I was online buying the dice. They said they came with the tin, but they didn't. They came in the bubble wrap, or the package, the plastic package. So they are handy when you have like I don't know, multiple hits, or if someone's what is it, running at the double, then you double up your dice, so that's handy there. And I think these ones are the original, the dark gray, yeah. And then I have another original Fallschirmjäger set upstairs, and I've collected these because I think they don't produce them anymore, so I have every dice tin, which is, it's overkill. So when I go to the club, I would, you know, pick a different army, because that's what it's all about. You kind of get bored playing the same army, but it's probably best practice to stick with one army and, you know, see how it works for you if, before you, because I was just going in full throttle, no seat belts. So that's that. So let's set these here, and then here's my little army list. I think hammer paints, if you're watching, if you're out there, this video is also dedicated to you. Well, it's dedicated to all the Flames of War players. And then if, you know, any new like 40K guys are kind of like drawn and curious about the hobby too. So I won't make any tutorial videos because there's a version 4, and that was kind of the thing too. Like version 2 came out, and then version 3 came out, and now we're making, like, the game didn't really seem complete. Like, they're always trying to make it better. I think there was too many people complaining, and they just had to cater to the crybabies. Like, I don't know, like, that's just maybe that's not even the case, but it's I don't know, like, if you have a product, put it out, it's done, put a stamp, because you got to keep, I don't know, it just seemed like a big money grab, or a cash cow for them, because they were always putting out like these books and army list books and this, that. It's like, it just got ridiculous. And I get it's the hobby, but you're dumping a lot of money into it, and it just kind of got ridiculous. So with the bag, this would be a quick demo here. You have these foam trays, and I don't know if you can get the Flames of War case anymore. But if you can, I highly recommend you pick it up because it's been with me, I don't know, when it came out. So I've had it since 2009 now. And you know, you just treat it with respect, and you know, it'll treat you back the same way. So I'm gonna stop the video and then I'll lay out the armies here. Sorry about the lighting, it's kind of, thought it'd be better down here. Okay, so here is the Fallschirmjäger army, all up in here. That's Fallschirmjäger army, and everything else. So I have you know, a whole bunch of Stugs, the Tigers March, and like these are all resin and I guess the pewter. So nothing here is plastic except these two models here. And the Shermans, I believe those are Plastic Soldier Company. So, you know, like I said before, you know, you want everything. So you have, sorry about the lighting here. So you got Barkman, you got Major Von Luck, there's Whitman, there's Major Otto Ernst, Reimer. So here, I'll just do a little zoom in here. So this is kind of like my manifesto of Flames of War. Like this took me a while, a lot of late hours. And the Fallschirmjäger army here that you see are based with the Scenic Bases Terrain Project gave me, and he was very, very generous with, like, look how many he provided me with. And then as well with the packs here, I doubled them up, and then I think I just used some sand or whatever painted. But all the cobblestones here are hand painted using his pattern. So when you plunk in your model, obviously the surface of the base there is smooth. So I wanted to blend it in and camouflage the base in as well. I think there might be some, there might be one that you can kind of tell. Let's see here. Like yeah, see, like the soldier here. I did a pretty good job masking the or hiding the base, the Flames of War base. But yeah, that took me a while, and it pays off. So you can see his pattern. He used Blender to make the base here, and you know, I added the detail. Like you got the bullets are covered. Like this is the heavy MG platoon. Yeah, so let's just turn this over here so you get some good lighting. So you'll notice that every base I've put a marking. So this is like the Fallschirmjäger symbol. This one here is like the shooting star, dropping star or something. I think it's something pertaining to Fallschirmjäger. There's their national emblem. I think this is my heavy MG platoon. Over here you just have those are the mortar platoon. So Balkan Cross, and then I think there's another detachment like Green Devils or whatever. So just kind of distinguishing each platoon, because when you're like, if you're looking at it like this, it's so hard to determine who got hit and who needs to roll saves and stuff like that. So that's why you put the little ID marks there. Now this here, I got to thank Hammer Paints. He gave me some insight, or he gave me some ideas. I can't, oh, he's in my, hang on, he's right over here. It's this detachment right here. It's, what is this, Oberstleutnant Frederick Fryer von der Heit, I guess. Yeah, I can read. Von der Heit, so he has these little tank, what are they? They're, you put them on and they're like concealed already, and they're little tank hunters. They got their Panzerfaust. And these guys here are yeah, so they're an addition. So the whole Fallschirmjäger army is pretty much everything you see here. You get in that the box kit there. You get the packs, 3.5. Let's see, I can't remember anymore. They're 3.75 or 3. I can't remember. They're pack 35s, 37s. I can't remember. So I got the splinter camo pattern happening on them. I'm really proud. I'm really proud of the job I did here. So I'm not tooting my own horn or anything, but you look and see how they do it, or you look and see how other people are doing it, and it's just big inspiration for you to do the same way. And I'm all about the details as well here. So I'll just pick up Major Ernest. Yeah, like I'm really proud with this one here. Like this is 15 millimeter. Can I? Yeah, see, I've put the Knight's Cross with golden oak leaves. I'm just kidding. It's the Knight's Cross there around his neck. And then his epaulets are all done up. With this guy here on the right there, he's got the Iron Cross First Class ribbon there. Looks like he's on the Eastern Front. So I think this was one of my earlier models. But yeah, you just want to put all the bells and whistles on it, and it gives other people, viewers or other hobbyists, motivation and inspiration as well. And that's what it's all about too. So moving right along, yeah, let's just finish up here with the eye candy. Yeah, like these guys have been with me for years and years now, and it's nice to bring them out. So I'll just do another pan. Sorry about the shakiness here. There's just too many to put on like a Lazy Susan or anything. And you can see like I've gone, full tilt here, like with their yellow scarves for the officers or whatever. Let's just take a look here and see what I did. And like with the faces, I'm just insinuating, nothing special. Like there's highlights on the Panzerfaust and on the trousers, and because you're looking at it like this far away. So to get crazy with it's all up to you, I guess. I put on him, you can see his cheeks are a little bit pink, but to do all that, it's time consuming too. So you'd be here forever and ever, and we all have lives. So yeah, let's just do some more panning with the details of the bases there. Yeah, I think, well, TP, you're like under recognized too. Like your work is just, it's really good. And I'm gonna bring out the buildings after. So this is gonna be a long waffle pancake video for you, itinerant, while you're painting up your 6mm, because I know that's gonna take a while. And way to go on the, I think they were the Market Garden models. A bridge too far. Okay, so that's that. I don't want to keep rambling on, but yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about, the base here. So I kind of masked. I should have put some putty filler, but again, not under the wire, but time consuming. Here's Vanderheit here, painted the Iron Cross there. You can see the detail on the cap there. He's got the red dot in the center, kind of insinuated the Knight's Cross there. So yeah, all in all, they're fun little models to paint, and painting on the bigger scale, like a 1/9 scale, it's like you can get away with mistakes at this scale, but I'm pretty sure, as I'm finding out with the bigger scales, you can, well, because they're bigger, you can see all the discrepancies. And moving along here, here's a couple planes. This is a plastic. I can't remember what it is. Airfix. I can't remember. Yeah, so I did a little bit of airbrushing on the hull there, so that worked out pretty good. Here's the jet that they use, the ME265, I think it is, and that's all stippling there, so that worked out pretty good. This is the Stuka set from Flames of War. It's all, you get the 3. I think they only produce the 1 now because you only need 1 plane on the table. So I still have 2 more to paint up. Here's just like a little SS mortar platoon here. You can see I've painted up, like the eagles and the little epaulets. I think this would be like a captain. There's like NCO, blah, blah, blah kind of thing. They could use like a little bit of wash on the face. Here's just a little mortar platoon I believe this is Whitman's, yeah, it's the Whitman, yeah, target tank, I think. Yeah, I think this is his objective marker. So you put this on the board and he gets like a, I don't know, like if he's bogged down, I can't remember. He gets some kind of special save or whatever. Well, let's move right around here and take a look at the, I know TP, you're a big fan of the half tracks here. So this is a half track platoon here. And I think this, these soldiers belong to that platoon as well. So, you know, working at this scale, you can't, like, as I've done these so long ago, it's like, holy shit, how the hell did I paint the dots so small? You're like, you're right, TP, you're using like an eyelash. And now with the bigger scale, I kind of find it's not as hard. Yeah, the spring leaf camo is probably the easiest, and then there's the P dot. So if I zoom in with the P dot, it's looks pretty good. You know, like the camera is picking up all the details that you wouldn't really see with your naked eye if you're here in person, but it works out pretty good. I like this one here. This is the command one. It's got some kind of big gun on it. I think the P dot camo pattern worked out pretty good. Camo, yeah, the airbrushing, I think I've done a pretty good job on the airbrushing. You know, I think it's all painting to scale. Like these guys here have the cookie, I want to call it the chocolate chip pattern. You know, it's a very safe way. I don't know if they had that kind of pattern, but I think this is one of my first airbrushing attempts. So I think it works out. It's not bad. It's pretty good, but as you can see, I get a little bit better here. And like these patterns here, looking at the Flames of War website, it's almost verbatim what you see here. I got a shout out to Hamilcar Barkas for making a video on the Whitman tank here, the 007, and then I think he gave me the idea. This is a broom, oh my god, the broom bristle, and it's held up pretty good for the antenna there. I could have done a better job painting on the 007. It's my one disdain, or not disdain, I don't like how it's done. I'm trying to find a big word, but nothing's coming to mind because I'm on to the next thought. Sorry about that. Adverse feeling about it, I guess. I don't know. Okay, so here is the Stug platoon, and I think they turned out pretty good. These two here with the this is one of my ultimate favorite tanks too. Like I like them all, but it's just, I don't know, like the angles, or you know, you got these angles and with the shoots in, and then I didn't put them on, just, I don't know, I just like them with it off. Like I know if you're playing a game, they should be on, you get the armor save, whatever, but magnetizing those would be kind of a pain in the butt. So these two here with the shirts in are from the open fire, the original open fire kit, as you can see there. And then I have all the remaining skirts for the tanks. Yeah, I could put on a later date, but I probably won't because I haven't done. If I haven't done it by now, I don't think I will. So, and then you have the tank riders here, and I've used the I don't know, the packaging from the kit. I think that was on What Would Patton Do. I think he used something like that, and they work out pretty good. So when you dismount them, they are right here, and they're fairly, yeah, these here fairly. You can see the sand. Like you can see the progression of the terrain I was doing. So, you know, I just sprinkled on some of that sand or whatever, didn't do a wash, didn't paint it. You can see it's a little bit different. Not really happy with the green. Is that green? Yeah, it's almost like a hay color, but it really pops out, so maybe I should tone that down a bit. But it works, whatever, I'll leave it. Yes, another pan of the Tigers. airbrushing. I really love the German camel patterns. Like that is just very, it just draws to my eye. I don't know if I was out in the field, if how effective it would be. Just I don't know. I don't know. It's probably very effective in the field, but here on the table is just wow, pop. You got the yellow, green, and brown or whatever. So yeah, those turned out pretty good. Again with the tanks or these AA trucks here. I really like this one here. His helmet, I think something happened to him here. I can zoom in. I'm already 15 minutes, Jesus. So I gave him like kind of like an old style World War I helmet painting pattern there. And then he's got like a little bandage on his head. He got hurt or something. Some shrapnel hit him or whatever. So he goes there. So this is a big waffle. Sorry for the video, just lots, and I forgot the Panzer IVs here. So you'll notice the different color schemes. I have to admit the orange ochre in the SS paints that they give you is what I use. And then I kind of use like a light wash, the brown wash they give diluted with water, 50-50. Works out pretty good, and it gives you that really, what is it, Dunkelgelb or the German yellow color. Where these guys here are from that Middlestone, don't use the Middlestone, it's too much of a lime green, I guess. I don't know. To me, this is more of the color than the lime green, and maybe the lighting isn't the best, but they're not as green in person, but I don't know, that's just my opinion. And then yeah, with the studs here, would be the commander here. He's got the he's there in the hatch, and then I guess it's V2IC. So yeah, that's a bit of a ramble. Sorry about that. Really happy. I want to keep. These are gonna come to the grave with me. I'm not gonna get rid of them just because of the sentimental value that I have. You know, a terrain project, a really good friend. Been buddies for years now, and yeah, I'm not getting rid of these. It was the other armies that I had to get rid of, just because I didn't, you know, they're just collecting dust. Well, these collect dust, and you know, I've pulled them out, kind of displayed them for you, talked about them a bit, and then they're gonna go back in the box, and then maybe I might play with them, but I'm always afraid of losing a piece. So that's, you know, that comes with gaming, I guess. But these kind of like my show, that's like a showcase army, I would have to say. But don't want to be, you know, I'm not bragging or anything. I'm just really proud of them, how they turned out. And yeah, if it wasn't for, you know, TP giving me the bases, because it's really, it all comes together. You know, there's kind of like a narrative for me. They're kind of based as a can, is that, yeah, pronounced can, scene or setup or scenario. Or narrative, I guess. And yeah, I think I have a game, maybe I had one game with them, one or two, but mainly it was with my the open fire. And then I noticed I'll bring in the Tiger tanks, had a game with them, and they're just, you know, my opponent, my buddy there who helped me with the book, he was just kind of frustrated because you can't really do anything with them, you know, confident veterans, you just can't do anything. You gotta hit them from behind. So they are beasts on the tabletop. So if this hasn't given you enough creative juices or what, I don't know what will. Hopefully it has. I'm gonna stop the video and open up the models TP sent me as well. Okay, so here are the buildings TP has sent me over my Flames of War endeavors. I think the first one you sent me there, TP, was the church or the shop here. Can't remember, it doesn't really matter. Let's tackle the church here first. Now, you'll notice right away, sorry TP, the crosses broke, but I have them here. Rest assured, they're taped here. You can see them there. They're there. So I just have to do some cosmetic surgery. I apologize. I do treat these like I treat them so well. Like they're well taken care of. So having said all that, let's take a look a little closer here. So I think I used toothpicks for the bottom there for the floor, and then did I make that? I can't remember. You'll have to look at your mold. I can't remember what I did anymore, but I know for a fact I think I've added toothpicks there. And then did I make the cross? I can't remember. What, it doesn't matter. But everything here is your intellectual property, I'll say. So there's a little close up, and these pieces here came after. So let's just put it all together here. There's the crosses there. Apologize, sorry. They're gonna just leave them in there. Actually, I take them down so they don't get lost. And then I put the roof on, and Bob's your uncle. Let's put that there. Okay, but the real prize to this is the little the mural, and then the stained glass windows I've painted on here. So I've kind of made a little story here, and I'll just walk you through it here. Okay, so the first one here is the baby Jesus. Okay, and then you got Jesus the teacher, and then you have the sacrifice, and then the resurrection. So I think all in all, it turned out pretty good. I love it. And then the dome turned out pretty good. I think majority of these domes were brass, but I found a church that was white, and I kind of went with the blue. I think it was blue. It's, yeah, pretty much verbatim. I could have used a wash, could put a wash on it. I could probably touch it up, but I'm gonna leave it because this is how I left it. So just some more detail there, and that's all hand painted. No decals. They look like decals, I guess, but that's all. You got the Star of Bethlehem in the background there. Their little halos around the head. Zoom in any closer. Yeah, that makes yeah. So all in all, another great piece. And then with this here, like, the man's a genius. So you can put a base there, and then you can put. So you got a sniper team in the tower there. So let's zoom in on the mural here. So I can't remember, I found this, I think this is like Matthew, Luke or something, but you can see the angels. It's more like a Renaissance painting, I think. They're up in heaven. Jesus, I don't know if he's reading, not the Ten Commandments or something. No, that was way before. I don't know. This was from actual picture online I used. And then, some detailing with the door. That was fun. Adding the stuff like this is fun. Like, shit, I even threw on the rays of the halo around Jesus, his head there. Jesus is, wow. I speak proper England. Okay, let's go with the windmill here. This is the actual windmill he did. It's called the Hoop. So look that up on Google Earth. You can find that, or Google Maps, and it works pretty good. You can throw in your miniatures there. Fix that up there for you, buddy. There you go. Now, he does a lot of, he's all about the historical aspect too. So you can see this man here, C.H. Surrey there. His, I guess his shop got blown out there, and Meublé, I think that's Jean-Marc. I think you can help me. I think that's a furniture store. So there's a bit of French history for you. And look at the detail here. So check this out. So he's got the shutters here with the diamond, and this one doesn't have it, and he's really laid out the trim. to the shop. So look, he's got the shutters, the diamonds, the window frame. Like it's amazing, the detail. And then I added the Susie. That was like a little homage to Saving Private Ryan. There's at the end there they have that battle. I just wanted to throw something on there, like a little graphic, or whatever. And there's the roof, the shingles. That's all. I don't know how you did that. I think he cut out individual cardboard pieces, glued. Yeah, he's got videos. Check it out. But like little detail, these came done. That's pretty cool. And then inside, so my wife now calls my models dolls because I have this on display upstairs, and she opened it up and she's like, oh my god, it's like a little dollhouse. So now when I order something in, she'll text me, your dolls have come in. So, like, they're not dolls, they're models. Okay, whatever. So yeah, it's just a little running joke we have, which is pretty funny. So again, awesome piece. History, CH3, if you're looking down from heaven, we're still thinking about you. Yeah, I don't know if you're still alive. You gotta be pushing 90 something, I don't know, older, I don't know, whatever. We're still thinking about you. Here's another project of terrain. I thought that was funny. There's a little cafe. And then here's, I think it was like a German conscription thing. I just got something, threw it in there, just added some more detail. You can see the wallpaper there is hand painted on. I think I did a pretty good job there. It works. I'm pretty happy. I think I could have more damage, battle damage there. Moving right along, he threw in like a destroyed building for me. So it kind of, I think I added, the only thing I had to do was add in the toothpicks, the flooring at the bottom there. But everything else came in pieces. The chimney idea was all his. The tiles must have been a bathroom. That works. Really happy. That's an awesome piece. Burnt out. And then he threw in this little barn. Now this reminds me of kind of like the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, with the little window frame there. No, I think, is this actual barn too? I think, yeah. This is an actual barn. And then you open it up, and then there's the stable or whatever. Works out pretty good. So there you go. Part 4 now, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll show you the dice tins, which are ridiculous. All right, thanks a lot. Okay, so here's more Flames of War merch. So here's my little checklist of all the dice tins, and I think they left out, there's no number 28, as you'll notice. So let's take a brief look. Like this is ridiculous. This is impulse and obsession right here. Because what I want to do is I want to make like a poster, kinda, or like I was thinking of having like a big wooden shadow box and just having them all on display. But these are like 23 bucks a pop, so you can just, it's the investment aspect of it too. Like these have been sitting here, maybe you've had a couple games with some and haven't even touched majority of them. So let's just fire them off here. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Soviet. Now this one here, there's a lot of stigma. I think Walmart at one time was selling a shirt with the symbol on it. This one here is probably a pretty penny, so I'm going to hang on to this one. It's kind of like a collector. Well, they're all collector's items, and that's why I collect them too. So I remember driving all the way up to Mississauga to pick up this one here and calling around. I remember going on the website and finding out stores that sold Flames of War products, and seeing if they had that copy. Here's another cool one, Airborne. I used this one with the Airborne army that I was using. Irish Guards. Nick for King. Yeah, and I got to thank Nick too, because some I couldn't find, whatever I couldn't find in Canada, I found over in the UK, and he helped me with. Actually, I think it was with that SS one. He sent them over, so. Which was great. Airborne. Yeah, so pretty much, yeah, like I have all the dice pins. Now, am I the only? No, I'm not the only person, because there's another guy online that has them as well. He's the dice collector, I think. I think this was the first one I picked up at the club. And then if you look on Channel Champs or something, Terrain Noob, but the first video, you'll see I painted up like a little Hitler Youth model. I think I was using those dice, the die there for that army. 29th Infantry Division, Stars and Stripes, SS Infantry Division, another the generic. I think I use this one a lot. Wehrmacht, Panzerlehr. Here's another one I'm proud of, Canadian Division, 3rd Canadian. Should have kept my Canadian Army, but whatever. Here's another dupe, the Russian. What's this? Soviet Guards. What is this? 7th Armored Division, the Desert Rats. What's this guy? SS Panzer Division Das Reich. There's another cool one. 2nd Armored Division, Hells on Angels. Number 9. Sturm Division. So this is overkill, like, you know, it's kind of for me, it's a collector. I'm not collecting uniforms or anything. I collected the sport dice tins, so there you go. And then here, last but not least, you got the Africa Corps. So I don't know how they can get away with putting on the swastika out there, but it's historical, and that's what we keep telling ourselves. We're not, you know, it's not for political and blah blah blah. So there you go. There's plus the bag. There's the merch, Flames of War merch, and then here's the historical picture that TP sent me. All right, that concludes my Flames of War projects, pretty much. I don't know, I have a couple blister packs. Yeah, British Legion, you sent me American mortar platoon I can paint up to, and I think that's it. And then whatever Stukas, I think I have Hurricane or some British fighter jet, something or other. But there you go. Sorry, thanks for watching, and you know, stay tuned. Talk to you later. Bye. See you later. Alrighty, so here's just a little pan of my Flames of War books. You can see here's a really good copy of version 2 and version 3, and then here we got version 4, which I haven't really played. Never played version 4 yet, but I have the book. There's that book there, and then there's, I guess, this quick reference special rules and warriors, and then the quick reference guides for version 2, Das Boot for book, and then there's version 3 as well. So I got like Turning Tide, Earth and Steel, Fistung, Europa, you know, Cobra, Nuts, the series of the Siege of Bastogne, and yeah, that's about it. And then you get these cool, what is this, Flames of War Forces, and then like the little painting guide. Oh, and this is the original Open Fire. Original Open Fire with the Sherman and the Stuka I was talking about. Okay, so that, excuse me. Talking like Kermit the Frog, you got a little frog in my throat. So yeah, that concludes the Flames of War Waffles and Pancakes video here. Yeah, I don't know what else to talk about. Just all my Flames of War buddies out there in the internet world. There's some inspiration and just a little video for you while you're, or for whoever, you know. Yeah, mainly these videos are for anyone interested in our hobby. So there you go. Thanks a lot for watching, and stay tuned. All right, take care. God bless.